Hey everybody, it's Victor. It's time to run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. We are now only 4 away from the Eye Tracker episode, everyone. Thank you very much for reestablishing the like streak and really blowing up the videos over this weekend. And also thank you everyone for checking out the restricted mode thing that I was talking about a couple days ago. A lot of people said that it was turned on by default. Again, I don't know how that happened. It was some kind of update from YouTube. And yeah, speaking of updates, Isaac did receive an update tonight, actually this morning. And it addressed a lot of the bugs, including, I believe, the red heart bugs from the fortune-telling machines, the D6 bug that was prevalent in the dark room or devil deals, and then also the spiked devil deals happening inside of the dark room. So hopefully things are more stable. But as always, if you have any bugs to report, please let us know in the Isaac channel on my Discord. You can tag Zombolus, or of course you can send an email at isaac@nicholas.com. That's NICALIS.com. Here's your meme of the day here, brought to you from the Invictus subreddit. This time around by Right Eye 8158. Title of the thread was "Fingers Crossed." In the thread they said, or in the image it says, "Me wondering what the new soundbite could possibly be in Isaac." What I hope it is on pickup. Hey! No, I would love that, but that would probably draw way too many complaints from people. No, we revealed what the soundbite was on stream, so I'll be happy to share that to you right now after we read the seed, of course. Seed is going to be Delta 6 Quebec 0 Echo 22 Kilo. We've got Anima Sola. We got great damage, good tears, good movement speed, kind of okay shot speed, I guess. And yeah, this ain't bad at all. So the sound effect that I alluded to, the Sinvicta sound effect that was a nod to myself, but also to the mosh pit in general, is something that I talked about in a video. I don't remember which video, so don't ask me which episode it came from. But I made a remark that said I think that the game should play like a little twinkle, a little sparkle sound effect whenever Sissy charms an enemy. And boy, howdy, did they add it. They added a very awesome sparkle sound whenever Sissy charms things now in Repentance Plus, and that's awesome. So it's a great little nod. Thanks to Zombolus and the sound design team for doing that. If you don't know where the sparkles come from, by the way, that's one of the sort of anti-meta emotes that I have, because obviously, you know, I'm heavy metal and I like dude things and dude games and stuff, but then we have sparkles in emotes and stuff. So that's where that comes from. And also, again, because I mentioned it inside of an Isaac episode, don't ask me which one again, because I don't remember. So that is the big mystery surrounding the little nod. It's nothing. It's not like a direct Sinvicta reference, but that's where it's coming from. I don't like Saturnus. It causes more problems than it solves. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. But I do love me some Anima Sola, which is our active item, which will freeze, or in this case, just chain up enemies that are too close to Isaac. It always goes after the closest mob to Isaac. We also have the Bloody Penny to start with, which is it's an interesting trinket actually to start with, because of the early implications that we can get with a Temperance machine, or just simply picking up coins if we need the HP upgrades or HP drops to get, like, say, a sack room play, that sort of thing. I don't like $3 bill. Some people really like it. It's too random. It can actually damage Isaac and also really hurt if it gives you the wrong tier effect at the wrong time. So I do want to get the Soul Heart before we leave the floor. And never mind, that's just been solved for us. We get Binky, which is going to be a very nice Tears upgrade and also a Soul Heart. I probably could have waited to pick that up for our usual reasons for not wanting to take Soul Hearts here, but it's going to be Gurglings, and we have Anima Sola. Despite them being the black Gurglings, we should be able to take them out pretty easily. Anima Sola just absolutely screwed that Gurgling there. That's what we love about it. Long live Anima Sola. And we get another Tears upgrade in shot speed. Man, oh man, we'll take it. And another Curse the Blind on floor 2, man. Wasn't yesterday's run a Curse the Blind floor 2 as well? I think it was, right? Because we had the Devil challenge, or the Angel challenge. But the I don't know what was going on with the beginning of yesterday's video. If you, those of you Eagle Eye Mosh Pit members already spotted it, but it started on my stream as ending page for some reason on OBS, even though it was blank on my screen. So OBS be doing OBS things. But yeah, no, that wasn't stream. That was just the ending stream that we got done with on Pokemon and stuff. Ending stream screen, which is a difficult sentence to say without tripping over your words more than you already do. Gonna skip the item room. We've already seen a planetarium, so we probably will get another one here. And our damage is significant enough to where we can actually sit here and trade in front of these gapers without having to worry too much about getting hit. Movement speed is on point, at least for the start anyway. 1.0 movement speed is not terrible. It's not the greatest, but I'll take it. Seeing here, we can just sit here and squab with these head turrets and have no issues. Lots of red hearts here. Could definitely make a play for the sack room shuffle, but again, without us having any sort of knowledge of what we're picking up, I don't know if it's going to be worth it there. And of course, we would also lose a significant amount of HP. And Animasola decided to grab the Eternal Fly instead of the boss that was right next to us. Thank you, Animasola. Definitely should not have taken a hit there. We did get another HP upgrade and got Sin Robes, which is a very nice damage upgrade and not bad for Curse the Blind. That eye tracker episodes, it's coming fast. We're already almost halfway done with the like streak goal, everybody, and then we got the next like streak after that. Wow. And I don't know how popular the next like streak goal is going to be because it's going to be something completely different. But I think it might be okay. I think people will enjoy it. People have been kind of openly opposed to the ever-growing challenge and unfun restrictions for like streak goals, and I mean, I hear you loud and clear. So we're gonna do something completely ridiculous and what is most likely going to be hilarious. But we gotta get the eye tracker episode done first, though. So get that one done, and we'll get on to the next one. And I do appreciate everybody telling me about the restricted mode. You know, I'm glad that I was made aware of that thanks to Living Zero. And I did talk to YouTube and file a form because I don't know why my content is restricted. You know, obviously the most obvious reason is because of, you know, the themes and Isaac and everything like that. But my content has been Isaac for over a decade, and I never had a problem with my content being restricted. So I'm not exactly sure why that would just all of a sudden show up and be a problem now. Other people said it was apparently some things are happening in the UK. I'm not privy to that. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's kind of odd that it would affect all of YouTube in every single non-UK country, but who knows, man? Who really knows? Not me. Going up against Black Gurglings again. I'm not sure why. This time there's triple the amount. But we're still going to body them thanks to Animasola. Get an Eternal Heart. We also get ourselves Constellation Prize, which is going to give us a range upgrade. I was hoping it was going to be movement speed. And, man, we are flying. Okay, we have one bomb to make this happen. We're not going to get the nickel, I don't think. You can walk out and walk back in after placing a bomb and do that. It was probably actually better just to walk over the spikes. We have plenty of HP, but not use our last bomb, but can't get these keys here, although that would be nice. Did not realize that one was that close to me. There. So some bad damage there. Very bad damage. With Anima Sola, there's no reason for you to ever get hit by an enemy in contact damage range. No way. There's no good excuse that you can say. Saw that Pooter at the last second and doing those quick shots, man. I'm gonna go into the item or the cursed room here, and we should be getting our hearts back because the game definitely owes us for that one. We got more bombs here, and we've gone the wrong way, but 2 bombs gets us 4 keys, and that is a very, very good trade. Most likely we'll get 3 keys though, because yeah, do that. You know what? You get out of the way. So Lazarus is not going to do anything for us. Could act as an extra life, but very rarely. I think that there's only been maybe, I can count on one hand how many times we've actually used the Soul of Lazarus when we needed it as like an extra life insurance. If you use the rune, which is why I'm going to drop it out of my inventory, because we all know how I like to fat finger stuff. If you accidentally use the rune, or you just use the rune in general, it will actually kill Isaac and resurrect him in the same room as Lazarus. And you can see how that would be something that you don't want to fat finger. Reason why we don't use any of the SK cards either. Unless we have the extra lives, and we need it. Super Secret Room should be here. Really? Okay. Well, the tinted rock right now. Get small rock, which I will take as well. I don't know why the floor lickers all of a sudden make this horrific noise. Too much noise in Isaac nowadays. No? We get our bombs back here, and we are still looking for... I can't believe the Super Secret Room's not there. Still looking for the item room and the shop, which means they're right next to each other, and also right next to the boss room. Small rock is going to give us a movement speed down, a pretty hefty one at that, but it gives us a tears up and a damage up. Something that we could definitely use here. Secret room should be here. It is. We get a little bit of luck here. Almost got me, game. Lost Fly, which is the first item we've taken in a New York minute here. Lost Fly is just going to pat around the perimeter of the room and deal a very good amount of damage. It also draws the aggravation from enemies. So it basically taunts them, which is nice. But the problem is that it also drops aggro randomly, so you never quite know exactly when something's going to turn on Isaac. Stars Card, Wheel of Fortune, Chariot, and Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to drop you. Drop you. Drop a bomb. Good value here. And we get an Eternal Heart. Nice. Four and a half volt. I mean, Team Sale helps us out for the rest of the run. 4.5 volt helps us not with Anima Sola, but it will help us later on. If we get rid of Anima Sola, which is not really likely. I've not really known of getting rid of Anima Sola after we get it. Why don't you calm down, Frail? Coming out there way too hot. You see Frail going after Lost Fly there. Now he's cooked. Mr. Dolly, which is going to give us a tears up and a range upgrade. So we are maxed out at tears now. And that is bad PhD, which I do not want because I'd rather get regular PhD. And I don't want to sacrifice stats. Even though we would get damage, still going to pass on it. Got Monday Night Football tonight. Texans play the Buccaneers. Hopefully the Bucs win. Should. If they don't, I'll be right cross with them. Give them right cross. Weird. You can't figure out which one he wants to go after. You'd see the wheels turning. First the unknown, but again, we have plenty of HP here, so I'm not too concerned about it. Could go in the curse room, but we have no guppy items, and we don't really even have a devil deal item very much. Got sin robes, and that's about it. We've had to wait all the way to floor 5. The next opportunity to get a devil deal here. Actually, no, I take that back. We just got done seeing False PhD. Take that back. I don't know why False PhD is even in the devil deal pool, though. Not really thematically themed as a devil item, so focus on you, Cubone. Sometimes there's a tinted rock that's hidden in this room. It's not this time, but sometimes there is, and we've gone the wrong way. And we've gone the wrong way. Double Soul Hearts is very nice, however. Yeah, we got plenty of HP. Might as well go check it. Might as well. We get our Soul Hearts back and then some, and then a whole lot of some. And we also get taken to the devil deal, baby. Now we're talking, coach. All right. So definitely want Ouija board. Spectral Tears. We absolutely want Maw of the Visoid. Then we'll take Abadabba Ding Dong, which is going to give us 2 or 3 for Leviathan, I think. But more importantly, it gives us Maw of the Void. So Spectral Tears, Tears up. Even though we don't break the Tears cap of Ouija board, the Maw of the Void is really going to push the deeps here. And it looks like we could have just bombed our way into the curse room. Not know that, obviously. Maw of the Void is... This damage here early on is, even in the mid game, which is where we're right now, is already great. And then you couple that with the effectiveness of Anima Sola, and you've got a recipe for disaster here for the game. Another nice thing about Anima Sola is that it can grab statues if you're close enough to them, prevent them from attacking you, which is always nice. Tinted rock there, and we're going to get another soul heart. We're back to base movement speed at 1.0. Surprisingly, movement speed is a very important stat for Maw of the Void. It allows you to get around and zip around the room while the black maw is still going off. It's gonna be 5 keys for 7 cents. Really good deal. Buy the soul heart, I'll buy the bomb, buy the half price key. What are you? Can't afford it. Asking if me would normally be a pain in the butt. This time it's not, because A, Anima Sola, and B, Maw of the Void. More importantly, B than A. HP upgrade. Oh yeah. All right, we have full HP, so no reason to not go into the curse room here. A reverse devil card and Empress card. I'm going to use the stars card as the substitute for our fool card, so we don't have to go look around for it. Not overly concerned about HP currently. We have plenty of time to make boss rush here. This has been nice. It's been a bit since we had Maw of the Void. And Maw of the Void is consistently has been always one of the best items in the game. Even after the nerfs and the many adjustments, it's still in the upper echelon of DPS Tear effects. It's hard to stop the Black Maw. Hits constantly. It moves where Isaac moves. It has a great range. It has great synergies with range attacks, but also, of course, Proptosis. It can gain homing. Just all around, just an amazing, amazing item. Didn't see that one there, but I'm glad I did. We go. Gone all the wrong ways. The Tinted Rock's right here. Not that we need the HP, but we'll take it. I'd say if there is one downside, and it's not even a downside, it's more like an inconvenience factor about Maw of the Void, is the simple fact that it does not scale with your tears rate. It has a fixed charging rate, which can be good or bad, depending on how you look at it. This whole level so far has just been one big nothing. Take the virus. Virus gives us movement speed, also contributes towards the Spun transformation, obviously. A little bit of a misplay there. I could have saved one singular key by using the Stars card to get out of the boss trap room, but man, really. There's a super secret room, okay. I gotta say, lately, September has been really turning it around. We haven't seen much trolling in the second half so far of this month. Hey, bombs. Thought we had a bomb. There's barrels in there, too. We didn't even need a bomb, but I blew it up. Yeah, that's Mom dying in the span of one Anima Sola, and that's how you know you got the game by the short and curlies. Get Worm Buddy. We gotta go Worm Buddy. That combined with Anima Sola, that's so much crowd control. And we might as well go in here. That price Soul Heart, fine. There's another Soul Heart back there, which we should get. Going to. Get Incubus, of course, which is just going to double our DPS. And it's just good to have him. Great to have you, Incubus. Welcome to the team, as always. Big time player, make big time plays. Incubus is just going to double all of our shots. Copy our tier effects 1-to-1, which is so good. That you combine with the CC that we have of Anima Sola and Worm Buddy, this game, it's cooked. Secret room should be here. How bad would it be if Lost Fly could push bombs? That would be a little infuriating. A blast assist. Anima Sola didn't grab anything, but it also didn't get charged the cooldown. Yeah, any and all bugs. Even if you come across one, if you're on an older version of Isaac, all that stuff needs to be conveyed. Zombolis, the team, or you know, even maybe tweet at Ed or Tyrone if there is a bug problem. But usually try to keep it to Zombolis because he's the one who is he's the jump off contact. Get that stuff done. And apparently the new patch introduced a lot of bugs. We saw it firsthand with the Dark Chest. The Dark Chest not paying out with the Devil Deal after 2 taps like it's supposed to. And then, of course, we had the Fortune Telling Machine, which gave us nothing but red hearts. That was a shocker to me. And that was at a critical time, too, in that run, if I recall correctly. That little blast assist, just get rid of him right now. Looks so sad. I feel kind of bad. Looks so sad when he was trapped by Animasola. Definitely need a little bit more movement speed here. Get Blue Cap, which is going to give us a Tears rate upgrade, which doesn't do anything. And there's our movement speed. And we get Leviathan and Flying. We got Spectral, we got Flying, we got everything now. We can get a solid tier effect. Boy, howdy. There's a Tinted Rock here. Right there. Get our bomb back plus the Soul Heart. Need it. It's always good to have a backup. Hermit card is going to teleport us randomly since it usually takes us to a store, but there's no stores to be taken to right now. Super Secret Room should be there. We're absolutely cruising on this run. And we're flying right now. 22 minutes, we're already at Mom's Heart. And it's not even like our DPS is that insane. I mean, it's good, but it's not incredible. We're just getting good items. We're getting lucky on the devil deals. Just a basically free item. Empty vessel. Yeah, I'll go back and get this. Go back here and get this tier soul heart. What are them there soul hearts? Took my eyes off the screen for a 1/10 of a second to wipe my eyes. Didn't get that half heart. First lost. Okay, all right, game. All right, apparently when Fistula explodes now, it has a 100% chance to fling stuff out at half a frame a second. So there you go. You see that we can stop the turret. Empty vessel is where that shield came from. That it matters in that room, of course. Okay, let's stop. Let's stop taking this damage here. We've taken already too much. It's only 3 rooms into this floor. I guess another downside of Maw of the Void, if you want to call it that, is that it will tempt you. And I'm very seldom able to stop that temptation. It will tempt you to use it and get close quarter combat range with things when you really don't have to be. You can't say no to that damage, though. I mean, again, we can kill a Monstro 2 in the span of 1 Animasola. You can also find every single dead end on every single map, every single time. How does he do it? How does he do it? It's going to be the name of my biopic whenever it comes out. How does he do it? Priestess doesn't matter. Oh, I thought there was a door over there. Silly me. Us go the right way? That's impossible. Ooh, we get a dice shard. Well, the dice shard will allow us to re-roll in the dark room, and it'll also give us a chance to see if that bug has been fixed. You warm, buddy? I'm gonna stop one of the fallen here. Animasola didn't go, or Maul the Void didn't go off for some reason. Oh. Fallen hid himself behind Stanley so it would mask his Brimstone. That was a neat trick. Okay, now goes Stanley. You stay away from Lost Fly if possible. And Curse the Unknown. So I don't know if you noticed, but that foot changed directions midair. This gives us 0.3 damage, 0.35 damage, but we don't need the tears, and honestly, we don't need the pact. Crazy as it seems, we don't need the tears or the damage. Falling Hourglass is a maybe. If we use Animasola correctly and we don't take bad damage, we should be fine. But we lost way too much HP that last floor for me to feel 100% good about this right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, well. Well, now, I mean, damage is going to be absurd here with Polyphemus. That's 28.46 damage, All the Void. All right, there are the two possible ways we could have gone. That was not right. Thank you, thank you. We did it 3 times in a row. How does he do it? This Polyphemus gives us that pseudo piercing that we all know and love. It's basically like Trample from Magic the Gathering. Don't think of it that way. $0.35. Our movement speed still not the best, although that was a ridiculous leap by Wretched. Kill Death before the size can get to us. Secret Room might be here. Super Secret Room might be here. It is. Again, we don't have a lot of HP here, so we need to be careful about throwing away too many hits to bad damage. Okay. If we could split one at a time here. Deep Vessel kicked in, so it's going to give us that shield. Yep. All right, no bad damage here. Remember, we have the shield coming up. I don't know, maybe at 30 minutes on the dot. Yeah, it was 30 minutes on the dot. There we go. Now goes Lamb. Yeah, we'll do a victory lap. That was too easy. Oh, Warm Buddy, calm down. Second seed, Alpha Foxtrot Bravo November 7 Mike Golf 6. Yeah, we skated by with our HP there. We lost a little bit more than I was expecting. We got to make up for it. See those pseudo-piercing shots we were just talking about, like the trample damage? Rest of the damage that gets hit, or that that's left over after the initial tier hits the first target will pass through to the second target. The remainder of that damage. Like Animasola just killed that thing. Killed that thing. Go. Nice grab there by Warm Buddy. Gonna get some damage here. But we need to get some HP. Not liking us taking these little hits here and there. And they're starting to add up and become a big problem for us. Again, part of the reason is that we are getting a little too aggressive, and this happens all the time whenever I pick up Maw of the Void. With Maw, we keep getting even more useless item rooms. Not that I don't like Metronome, of course, but it's just not needed here. It's not going to do work like Animasola is. Let the Spectral Tears do their work. I don't like the look of this map. The Lover's card, reverse Lover's card, which is not going to help us right now because we just don't have the HP to fund it. Got HP. Gonna be 2 or 3 Guppy. We can... Oh, gosh. Can only take 1 right now. I'm not willing to go down to 1 HP. Not on a victory lap on this build. Could also just take Twisted Pair. That would cost more HP. I'm gonna take Guppy's Tail. We have plenty of keys. The 1 HP we did get, we already immediately spent it, but theoretically, we could get a pretty good item here from Guppy's Tail. Especially if we end up getting red chest or the left hand or something like that. The red chests. There we go. Okay, got a Tears upgrade, which we already capped, so it's not going to matter. But Mankey serves the best role here right now because it gives us a Soul Heart. Bumbo absolutely bombed there. We get growth hormones. It's 2 or 3 Guppy. Would have gotten Guppy, but yeah, this. Wait, we haven't been to the item room yet. What am I doing? Really hoping that we find a bunch of skulls or something that we can bomb. Magic Mush would, of course, be huge as well if we can end up getting Guppy. We have a golden bomb, so there's no reason not to bomb stuff. This is going to give us a soul heart for Conehead, so hey, everybody. It's not a little bit. We can actually get out of here for free. Go in the curse room. Hopefully it's going to be another good curse room for us. And a little horn. Oh, the shield actually kicked in. We can actually get out without using our moon card. Wow, that was lucky. That was bueno. Bueno, 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 bueno. Super secret room. It's got Eternal Heart. Nice. It's always important to remember where you can find super secret rooms, and that just proved it right there. It's so vital to know where they are because of just the opportunity that you might be missing out on, or even possibly life-saving opportunity here. We get another Curse the Blind. And we're just going to fast forward through this for right now. I did start watching Kaiju Season 2. Kaiju number 8 Season 2, and it's it seems like it's all gas and no brakes so far. I mean, it's constant action. There's always good story development. And it doesn't ever feel like there's a lull. Like when there are little spurts of downtime, it's for good reason. Larry Jr. is going to give us another soul heart here. We have the Sun card. And we get King Baby. Give me the Sun card. Our code hanger, again, we're capped on tiers, so none of this really matters. Just hoping that we get Guppy. See King Baby there firing with Incubus. King Baby is going to make all familiars stand still, or at least not move anymore, but they will automatically home in and fire at targets in the room. It's very, very good for familiars like Incubus and Little Brimstone. Yep. Okay. We don't need any more tears ups, game. I think we're doing just fine. I do like Kaiju number 8. It's a I'm glad I started watching it. It was a recommendation by a couple people in the mosh pit, and you know, I needed something to complement my new watch of Sakamoto Days on Netflix. So it's been good eats. Good time to like anime. The only prior knowledge I had about Kaiju number 8 was that Toho was somehow involved or publishing them in some way. Which of course they were. I mean, let's be honest. They define Kaiju. The Kaiju, the king of all Kaiju. There we go. On physics, your way out of that one. We're getting lots and lots and lots of chests here, and I love it. Black Feather's going to give us a ton more damage. 1.84 is huge. Thanks to how many evil items we have. Okay. Second Steam sale. So that's going to reduce the cost even more by a cent. Previously, in the good old days before Repentance, you could have 2 Steam sales and then everything would just be free. We called that the Mr. Beast combo. That or Steam sale plus Diplopia. And it was a very, very popular combo that had lots of potential. And it wasn't too hard to set up, and that's what made it a target for nerfs, and it's exactly what they did. And of course, they decided to change the entire way that money works in the game, essentially. A crawl space here. Range upgrade. That range upgrade is going to help us out a little bit with Maw of the Void. Not crazy. No, it's nothing crazy like nothing crazy like Proptosis, but it does help out. Okay. Hit a rock right there. I need to know. This is a questionnaire for the mosh pit. A little bit of homework for you. And this is required doing. So if it applies to you, I would like to know, who is your favorite NFL football team? American football. I want to see if we have any more Bucks fans out there. Surely some have to exist in the mosh pit. And the Bucks have the most heavy metal logo of any team in the NFL. Birthright here is going to be 3 random items, and oh man, Pyromaniac. I'm gonna go Jacob's Ladder. We don't really need Pyromaniac, brother. PH Dizzle. Too little, too late for PhD, but we might as well take it. Yeah, the spread damage of Jacob's Ladder is now going to make this impossible for the game to win. But yeah, I'd like to know what your favorite NFL team is if you follow the NFL. And if you don't, well, hey, might I interest you in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? We could be Bucks fans together. Wow. I am going to go back and look for the item room, obviously. Getting Guppy would just send this run over. And Polyphemus, Maw of the Void, and now Jacob's Ladder. It's hard to beat that. Another range upgrade here. This is Rags, just in case we get into some kind of weird trouble. And Mama is not long for this world. Red Mom again, and Red Mom is dead again. No Red Dead Redemption here. We could take chocolate milk, but it doesn't really affect things like you think it's going to. Yeah. Another Curse of the Lost. And September's been just on a roll with these curses. So we have basically only one more opportunity guaranteed to try to get Guppy here. Say Mimic Chest, which of course I won't be using. I do wish that Anima Sola would give you a charge after every clear. This explosive diarrhea. That get an update? Let's find out.
Explosive diarrhea.
Oh god, they went homing. You can use the crawl space now for the reverse world card. Okay, it's a shot speed upgrade and HP upgrade. Might as well take it. Our range is 1666. Like it. Free metal. I'm just curious to see what everyone's favorite football teams are. I know for a fact that there's at least a couple of Saints fans out there, which I do not apologize for bashing on the Saints. Gonna have to live with it. That will never change. Hermit card. And oh man, we are getting so much money here from Mom's Key now. And we've done a big circle. All right. How we managed to do a circle, I do not know. But we clearly missed some doors somewhere. Emperor card here. I might just use that to get me out of Curse of the Lost. Got a dice room here. And it's going to be a full reroll, which I would be stupid to reroll this. But it's good to know that we had a reroll there if we needed it. I like where your head's at, game. I am guaranteeing that we have done a full clear on this floor. And we absolutely did. There's only one way to go now. Quarter. This is going to be even more money. We 100% did. Yep. And just for S's and G's, just to see. Don't worry, I'll get rid of Black Candle and I'll get rid of the heart. Yep. Guaranteed. Oh, whoops. Move Black Candle. There we go. Then we got to get rid of the Soul Heart. Probably could just bomb myself. Probably the easiest thing to do. Yep. Yeah, that was a guaranteed full clear through and through there. I knew based on that crazy circle that we did, Curse the Maze now. Is it me or does it feel like there's been just a ton of curses in this run? I feel like every single floor has been cursed. -1. Thought we were over the rock on that, but apparently not. I will say that there are some similarities that I've seen, or at least that I could tell in Kaiju number 8 and Bleach, and maybe that's the reason why it's working for me right now. But there's there's a couple things I don't like about Kaiju number 8. I'm not going to list them all because I don't want to affect someone's opinion of it. Oh, I didn't even know the pin was in here. But I will say that I wish that there was a more prevalent arch villain. Like in Bleach, obviously, like there's you know who the bad guy are. You know who the bad guy is. In every single season, there's always this big long build up of a final showdown, that sort of thing, and that's ironically one of the things I really like about Sakamoto and also Kaiju is that they go through storylines like it's going out of style. Like there's no messing about. They introduce who they're going to, and they've got conflict resolution wrapped up in a nice, neat bow after 2 episodes at most. I like that, but it also kind of there's no real. It's like having Batman with no bad guys. You know, like oh you can do all this cool stuff, but who are we really fighting here? I want to see some imminent threats and danger to our heroes' lives. Did not get Guppy, by the way. surprising nobody. Although I will go back and check the first room here. You never know. Didn't. Health up. Eh. You're seeing how fast that Incubus is also just getting these shots out there thanks to King Baby. Don't really have to do much. Yeah, I wish, like in Bleach, for example, there's the evil captains and stuff, you know, like the real bad ones. Oh, this one's possessed. This one's got higher ascension on the mind, etc. You know, and I guess maybe I'm just used to those long anime arcs that take a whole season before we get to the final conclusion throwdown. I'm not saying it's the right way to go. That's just, I guess, what I'm used to. Even Temesis doesn't really help us. We can't get down to an empty heart container. And we get Guppy out of nowhere. Guppy's paw, and it also allows us to get Polaroid invincibility. Wow. I was not expecting that. Out of nowhere, we get Guppy. And that's just going to be an absolute ton of flies. If we had a full charge Anima Soul, Isaac would already be dead. Out of freaking nowhere, dude. Guppy at the buzzer. What a way to start off a new week here, everybody. Get Ghost Pepper, Sack Dagger. And oh man, so thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button. Remember, only 2,500 likes now gets us a charge on the like streak goal. We're only 4 away now to get to the Eye Tracker challenge. Or not really challenge, but Eye Tracker video again, updated one. And might even do a review, a follow-up review video for that as well, as I sort of react and do color commentary. So the last one didn't do too well, but I think it's because it got buried by the algorithm. Hopefully this one doesn't. But either way, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Have a great start to your Monday. Enjoy some Monday Night Football. Root for the Bucks. Go Bucks. And thank you for all the support over the weekend. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Organic Mechanic 270, Avery, Rick Rue, and Peleg R. Peleg_R. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.